Hi there, Tapas Fleming here, tatlife.com. I'd like to tell you a couple of things you can do with TAT, just taking portions of the process, the whole process that can really help you if someone close to you, like a parent, guardian, brother, sister, child, just someone you really love has died. I was with my mom the moment she died. I was pregnant with twins a long time ago, and one died before birth, and the other one was in an intensive care nursery for 100 days and then died in my arms. And I heard and saw all the monitors flatline with my baby in my arms. I was with my big brother when he died. So I know what it's like. So here's one of the things you can do with TAT. One of the steps we do in our process is we have silent, unedited conversation. So while we're in the TAT pose. So what you do to do the TAT pose is you use your thumb and ring finger, whichever hand, and you lightly touch just above the upper inner corner of each eye. You put your middle finger between and just above eyebrow level. Then your other hand goes at the base of your skull with your thumb just above hairline back there. Light touch, no pressure at all. And while you're in the pose like that, you just allow yourself to have silent, unedited conversation with that person. And the feeling is that even though you don't know how, you're talking to them in the same way that, if you pick up your phone, your cell phone, you don't really know all the how. How does that really happen? Well, there's satellites and Wi-Fi stuff, but you don't really know. And my experience with TAT and the experience of lots of other people is that there's something about just being in that pose that lets you make a real connection with whoever it is. So while you're in the pose, you just give yourself as much time as you want to have a totally unedited conversation with whoever it is. Maybe you didn't get to say goodbye to them. Maybe there are things you always wanted to say to them, but couldn't for whatever reason. So you can do that, and you don't have to do it all at once. You can have a conversation for a few minutes. And then some other day, you can have a conversation again with them, just silent and totally unedited. And the feeling of it is that they're eternal, they're an eternal being, you're an eternal being. And you're letting them know how it feels to be the human being that you are, being their daughter, their son, niece, nephew, sister, brother, friend, whatever, just how you feel, what your thoughts are in an unedited way. And at the same time, knowing that they can accept whatever it is that you have to communicate to them. One of the things that people think about someone who's died is that in order to honor my relationship with them, I have to be sad, I have to remain in grief, I have to be hurting. And that's not true, in my experience, of course. What you can do while you're doing the pose is you can say to them, the person who died, instead of connecting with you in sadness, hurt, grief, I'd like to connect with you in love and sweetness and joy and all the best parts of our relationship. I'd like to just be with you in the highest, happiest, most love-filled condition possible. that's how I want to be with you now. And I wish you well, and I love you, and I know you love me all the time. So it's okay to do that. It's okay to let them know you love them, you know they love you, and to be in that kind of state. Sometimes, yep, it's going to hurt some more later, probably. And you can just tell them that. Being in the TAT pose makes a real difference. So I hope you'll try it out. And if you did lose someone that you love, then I really wish you the best. Thanks for listening, and see you next time.